August, now the rematch between Ed Paredes and Joey Hernandez. Let's look back at their first encounter. Fast-paced action, and it was capped by Paredes scoring a knockdown in the 5th round. But what would follow has set the table for what you will see tonight. Watch what Joey Hernandez does right here. Deducted a point for those antics, so after 10 full rounds, odd scoring of 96-92 Hernandez, countered by 98-90 Paredes, and then a 94-94 draw. Joey Hernandez, southpaw prospect, 25 years old, 15-0-1, 8 knockouts in his career. Hasn't fought since the draw, the first meeting last August. And Ed Paredes, originally from Lawrence, Mass, but made his way down to this area in Fort Lauderdale 8 years ago. An active pro at just 24 years old. Already a record of 23-3-1 with 14 knockouts.
He is undefeated in his professional career. 15 wins.
Teddy has the Just for Men Keep Your Edge, brought to you by Just for Men Mustache and Beard. Keep your edge.
Well, both of them must know what they're here to do, what their identities are. For Hernandez, it's the box. Go in and out, keep more balance. For Paredes, be the boss, press forward a little bit, and land that right hand.
So Hernandez and Paredes. As we look at the Tecate ring experience between these two, we told you Hernandez is a year older, but it's Paredes who has had the longer career. 27 fights in. His father owns a mini market in nearby Hollywood, Florida.
There's real bad blood between these two.
Oh, is there ever?
You know, a lot of times people talk about that kind of to hype a fight, but this one happens to be real.
When that draw was announced, they didn't even look at each other. They didn't touch fists. They didn't hug it out. They just determined themselves to get back to this position where it now will pick up where it left off. 10 rounds between Hernandez and Paredes.
Well, yesterday at the weigh-in, right outside the weigh-in, both these fighters had to be separated.
Everybody out.
Now they don't need that. Sam Burgos just stands between them for the moment.
Hernandez was on the floor the first time these two were in the ring. We'll see whether or not that helps Paredes or hurts him. It could go either way. You know, he had Hernandez on the floor in their last fight. So the confidence of that is good, and here we see if this gets ugly or not right away. And the referee wants to take control. He's a good referee. You can see that he understands the history. So right away, he's trying to take control. But Paredes could be helped or hurt by having scored that knockdown in their last fights. The confidence could help him, Joe. But he could go out there looking to just land that punch and forget about doing the other things. And that could hurt him.
Remember, it was Hernandez who picked up Paredes and body slammed him and had the point deduction in their first fight. And it was Hernandez who just pushed Paredes down in the back of his head here, getting the warning from Sam Burgos early on.
I'll tell you a little bit, I think, of an advantage in the history of these two fighters is Paredes. He's shown he improves in rematches. He fought Gilbert Venegas, and he was knocked out in 2 rounds. Then in the rematch, he won a 6-round decision. Hernandez has never fought a rematch before. And again, Paredes already has shown the ability to improve once he's seen you.
I think that's significant.
I do too.
That's like a kind of football team that comes out and plays the 3rd quarter, nothing like they played the 2nd quarter.
I'll throw it. Step back. Good job. Step back. Don't throw it. Let him go. Let him go.
Hernandez off the mark, charging in with a right hand, left hand. He misses again. A lot of supporters for Paredes here as you hear the Eddie chant going up.
You can see
Nova Southeastern.
You can also see Paredes does not mind giving up his height. Whether he has long arms or whether he's taller than you, he still likes to come forward.
He's 2 inches taller than Hernandez.
And Hernandez, you know, for the most part, a lot of people would think you see the shorter guy, he's going to be coming forward. But again, picks his spots. A little bit inside, a little bit outside, trying to use the ring a little bit, trying to keep Paredes off balance.
And Hernandez was just cupping the back of the head of Paredes with his right hand while throwing a left uppercut. There's a right hand to the body from Paredes. Short right hand as Hernandez came forward that Paredes was able to land. End of 1. Joe Tessitore, Teddy Atlas, round number 2 here on Friday Night Fights. Ed Paredes, Joey Hernandez.